We begin our ceremony today with the singing of the national anthem. Men should remove their head cover, and Senior Aaron Athos will lead the singing. Please stand. Please be seated. Faculty, students, parents and relatives, distinguished guests, and friends of the university. I'm delighted to welcome you to the 184th Commencement Ceremony for the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. This year is the 144th anniversary of the founding of the Normal School of Wisconsin. That was the birth that was to become today's University of Wisconsin-Platteville. During these 144 years, over 50,000 students have received degrees from this outstanding university. This afternoon, we will confer degrees to 408 students. At this morning's ceremony, we awarded just over 150 master's degrees and over 340 bachelor's degrees. In total today, we are awarding 900 degrees. With the commencement ceremony in December, during this academic year, we have awarded a total of 1,300 degrees. Commencement is a celebration of accomplishment, of success. It is a time for students, faculty, family, and friends to remember, to reflect, and to anticipate the future as these candidates accept their degrees and their new roles as alumni of this institution. Behind me, you see the flags of 29 nations. We live, work, and learn in a global community. UW-Platteville has a number of international partners, and we are committed to internationalizing our campus and our academic programs. The flags behind me, the 29 flags, represent the home countries of our current student body. We offer special recognition to our U.S. graduates who have studied abroad and to our international graduates. They are wearing special stoles, either displaying the flag of their country where they studied, or in the case of international students, displaying the U.S. flag and the flag of their home country. We also offer special welcome to the families of our international students. We know that you have traveled far to attend this ceremony. Graduates, this is truly your special day. Today you begin a new phase of your life, and we offer our sincere congratulations to all. The graduating senior from the College of Liberal Arts and Education chosen to deliver the address today is Ms. Morgan Spitzer. Morgan is graduating with a major in English with an emphasis in literature and professional writing, and minors in Spanish and in teaching English as a second language. Morgan is an active campus leader and mentor. She is the current president of the English Club, an organization that she helped to develop. She also worked as a peer advisor and as a features writer for the UWP Public Relations Office. Morgan is currently working as a tutor in our Writing and Tutoring Resource Center. She is particularly adept in developing innovative strategies to help students whose native language is not English and is held in high regard by these students. Morgan has applications pending with Teach America and the Peace Corps. Her long-range plan is to complete her PhD. Morgan, we extend our best wishes to you and look forward to your message. Ms. Morgan Spitzer.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I would like to just take a quick moment to give thanks to Helen Reynolds for nominating me and the selection committee for choosing me for this honor, and to congratulate all the graduates out there today. When preparing for this speech, I wanted to think of something that would both celebrate my major and capture the emotions that all members of the audience, graduating students, family members, friends, UWP faculty, staff, and alumni are feeling today. Excitement, pride, relief, nostalgia, and for me, flat out panic to be standing here in front of you. During my search to write a passable speech, Russ Brickey, my supervisor at the UWP Writing Center, suggested that I write my entire speech in rhyming couplets. Now, I'm not going to do that. I don't have the poetic ability to do that. Instead, I did what any good English major would do in such a situation. I talked to a few intelligent people and stole their ideas. With proper citation, of course. I first captured the emotions of our family members in 2 short poems from my parents. I honestly didn't know that my father could rhyme, but he wrote the following poem for me when I asked. It's great that my daughter is graduating, but I don't have much time to gloat. She'll be back home for the summer, and I need to hide the remote. Although I knew my dad wouldn't write a sappy poem, I expected to get emotional sentiments from my mother. However, she surprised me too by reciting this poem. My daughter has learned many valuable skills during the time she's been getting her degree. But now that she's graduated, her next life lesson will be learning to do her own laundry. I next wanted to see how the UWP faculty and staff were feeling today. A faculty member gave me this poem to read, one which I'm sure the parents here today will appreciate. I salute you at this immense moment. You have earned your college degree, but before you seek your employment, take this advice from me. Always listen to your mother. She's actually smarter than you. And the same can be said of your father. He's smarter than you too. Finally, I talked to the most important group, my fellow graduating students, and it didn't take them too long to write the following poem. We've spent a lot of time toting backpacks and sitting in chairs, but today we leave the academic grindstone, throwing paper and graduation caps into the air. It may be a little scary now because of the present conditions, but we are still excitedly scrambling to make this monumental transition. Although I wouldn't be so presumptuous to know exactly how everyone is feeling today, many of us probably have similar emotions to those who wrote these poems, especially the graduating students. We are not graduating into the best economic conditions, and many of us may be feeling a sense of uncertainty about employment and future prospects. After all, we came to college for practical reasons, to get a job and secure a future, and the present conditions could complicate this goal. However, I hope we all remember that we did not just come here to be transformed into worker bees. We also came here to make our minds a more interesting place. And even though we were schooled well in our respective professions, we also learned things that, right now, may not seem directly connected to getting a job. We learned not to immediately reach for the remote, but to cultivate a strong work ethic and remain diligent and persistent in the development of our skills and character. We maybe didn't learn to separate our whites from our darks, but we learned to live our lives with integrity and verve and to make choices that advance ourselves and the community around us. We were all teenagers once, so we did not always listen to our parents, but we developed a strong support system of family and friends that will be there for us when needed and even when they're not needed. And even though we may be putting down our backpacks, as students, we learn to reason, to contemplate, to experiment, to question, and to hold knowledge, especially the pursuit of knowledge, in high esteem. These lessons, though maybe not fully appreciated now, will both enrich our lives and sustain us, no matter the condition of the economy and no matter what career we pursue. And I think I speak for all of us when I say that we have you, UWP faculty, staff, our family, and our friends, to thank for giving us the opportunity and the encouragement to explore these lessons. We may not have mastered them yet, but we certainly got a good start here at UWP. On that note, I would like to thank a few specific people. First, to the people from Writing and Tutoring Resources, Jennifer Fuschino, Tammy, Tanya, my fellow tutors, and especially Evelyn Martins and Russ Bricky. If not for you all, we would have just had 5 minutes of very uncomfortable silence. Next, I would like to thank a few professors that have been instrumental in my educational development. Corey Wine, Kathleen Tigerman, Peter Haydorn, Yuan Hu, Chris Schulenberg, Laura Wendorf, and Dennis Shazalski. Although at times I may have felt subjected to your cruel academic whims, I am incredibly grateful that I had the chance to be your student. Finally, I would like to thank the people most important in my life, my family, my brother and sister, Aunt Kathy, grandparents, and especially my poetic mother and father. Your continued and dogged support and nagging habit of always being there for me has played an overwhelming role in my being here today as a graduate. I again demonstrate my inability to form words when I think of how I can possibly thank you for all that you have done for me. I am simply more grateful than I can say. Oh, and Dad, I've already got the remote. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Morgan. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ron Meisen, our principal speaker. Mr. Meisen is Senior Director of Sustainability within the Corporate Environment, Health, and Safety Group at Baxter International. A champion for sustainability and action to address global warming for more than 20 years, Ron has played a leading role at Baxter in developing diverse strategies to respond to the emerging global sustainability issues, such as freshwater availability, loss of biodiversity, and climate change. Ron's leadership has contributed to Baxter being recognized as one of the global 100 most sustainable corporations in the world for each of the last 5 years. He grew up in Durant, Illinois, and he earned his undergraduate degree in civil engineering from UW-P in 1971. A firm believer in lifelong learning, Ron earned his master's degree in civil engineering from the University of Illinois, an MBA from Lake Forest Graduate School of Management, and his PhD in sustainability from UW-Madison. Ron has authored many articles about global sustainability and has been a presenter at numerous conferences. He was honored by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, receiving the 2008 Spirit of Summit Award for his leadership in advancing action and awareness in response to global climate change. Ron has been very involved in the development of the UWP's academic program in sustainable and renewable resource systems. Thank you, Ron, for sharing your time and your expertise with your alma mater, and thank you for speaking to the graduates and our guests today. We look forward to hearing your message.
Well, thank you, Chancellor Butts, very much for the nice introduction. Today is your day. You're the graduates, University of Wisconsin-Platteville. And you achieve this through hard work, setting goals, and having a network, your family and others supporting you. I'm going to take, my comments are rather brief this morning, touch upon each one of those briefly. Here at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, it has a long, rich history of education. It was founded in 1866, the first state teacher preparation institution in Wisconsin. It was called the Platteville Normal School and held classes in Roundtree Hall. And the bell used then is still at the union today, the student union. In 1907, the mining trade school was established, and the university seal displays the two symbols, education bell and M for mining, that developed into many engineering programs into this university. When I was here about 35 years ago, it had about 5,000 students. Now it's 8,000, I understand. So many of you were thinking about going, when you're in high school, starting to set goals, thinking about college, and then when you came to college, you may have changed your program. You may have gone from one program to another, but the main thing is that each of you have achieved a great accomplishment today by graduating in your own program. I know a young man that's graduating today at Platteville. His name is Jesse Milks, and he grew up in a small town by Freeport. And he also had dreams of going to school and also dreams of pursuing other objectives. And one of the things he was interested in was wrestling. And he worked hard at wrestling in high school, did very well. And then here at Platteville, he pursued wrestling. And he was ranked All-American for 3 years in a row, and ultimately ranked 4th in his weight class in the United States. So that's an example of a young man achieving multiple goals, and I think that all of you graduates today have worked towards the multiple goals to achieve them. Going forward into the future, life sometimes can be like a storm-tossed sea, and you're going to need to hold on tight to your rudder. But the skills that you learned in Platteville, setting goals, working hard, and having a network of support will serve you well. I also urge you, going into the future, to think about what you're really interested in, deep down in your heart. Where is your passion? There was a over 100 years ago, Chicago had a great fire in 1871, and it devastated the whole downtown area, displaced 100,000 people, and many of the rebuilders of the town wanted to have it rebuilt the way it was. And there was a group of leaders, a group of architects that said that we have an opportunity now to build a new town, to build a great city right here in the Midwest. And they worked very hard to do it, to protect the lakefront, open parks. And one of these architects was Daniel Burnham. And he drew upon a saying that was said before. He said, "Dream no small dream, for that will not stir the souls of men and women." And he was successful in implementing that in Chicago. And so that's one of my messages to you today, is to dream no small dream in your career as you go forward into the world. William Butler Yeats said, "Education is not the filling of the pail, but the lighting of the fire." Nelson Mandela said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." And you here at Platteville have received this education. Now is the time, with this fire and in your heart, with this knowledge that you've changed, you can go out there and help change the world. Some of my recommendations for you going forward is to use the skills that you've achieved to pursue your dream. If you have a job that you love, that will turn into a career, and that career will turn into a passion, and that passion can turn into a destiny, that could turn into your dream. Another suggestion I have for you is to work with others. Adopt a purpose, an issue that's greater than yourself. And you will be a beacon of light that draws others to you and others to that cause. My last recommendation to you this morning is to, just as your family has reached out to you and are very proud of you today and helped you as you go into your career, I would urge you to think of helping others. Help others achieve their goals. Help others achieve their dreams. Today is the day of the rest of your destiny, your next stages in life, and dreams can come true. Thank you very much.
Each year, our faculty and the Alumni Association recognize alumni who have brought honor to this university. Since our alumni include winners of the Nobel and Pulitzer Prizes, members of the U.S. Congress and Wisconsin Legislature, and presidents of major corporations, the choice is never easy. Today, we honor 3 of our distinguished alumni as models for this graduating class and in recognition of their contributions. I will introduce each of today's honorees and ask that each come forward on the stage next to me. And audience, I ask that you hold your applause until all are introduced. Biographies of the honorees are listed in your commencement program. The first is Mr. Jose Pepe Brusset, class of 1975. Mr. Brusset has a 35-year career with Caterpillar. He has traveled the world with CAT and currently serves as a regional director for Latin America. A native of Peru, Pepe is dedicated to the goal of reducing poverty and increasing education in Latin America. He is working with Caterpillar and with the International Youth Foundation to bring equipment and tools, employment skills training, and education materials to communities throughout Latin and South America. Dr. David J. Marquis. class of 1964 and 1966. Dr. Markey is Chancellor Emeritus of the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Dave had a distinguished career of nearly 40 years in higher education. He was Chancellor here for 13 years, retiring just 1 year ago. Under his leadership, this campus was transformed with extensive facility improvement plan, innovative and successful enrollment growth initiatives, new academic majors, special programs to serve time and place-bound students, both in Wisconsin and around the world, and the implementation of numerous initiatives in diversity and global education. And lastly, Dr. Ronald Meissen, class of 1971. And you heard about Ron previously, that he is the Senior Director of Sustainability with Baxter International Corporate Environment, Health and Safety Group. Pepe, Dave, and Ron, congratulations to each of you. Your accomplishments have brought honors to you and to your alma mater. Mr. Joshua Saylor, President of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, will now announce the awards of Alumni Life memberships.
Chancellor Butts, Provost, University Deans, faculty and staff, family and guests of today's graduates, on behalf of the UW-Platteville Alumni Association, it is indeed my pleasure and my honor to congratulate the May 2010 commencement class. You have now become part of the rich history and traditions of our university. As you're sitting out there, you spent years, 4, 5, 6, to get to this point. There's nothing wrong with that. That's exciting. We're all happy for you, especially some of those people that are sitting on the sides here for you. In that time, you've spent a lot of effort and a lot of thought trying to figure out what other people are expecting of you, whether it's, how to write that program to make it do exactly what you need to do, or format that paper to get through that class, what it's going to take to pull an A or a B or a C, whatever that might be. But I'm going to clear up right now for you what the Alumni Association expects of you. And I'm going to tell you flat out, we want you to be involved. As you go forward with your degree here today, we want you to be an advocate of UW-Platteville, wherever your road takes you. There's a lot of different ways to do that through joining Alumnation. It's our exclusive online community. You can follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn to see what kind of events and activities are going on. And just as our speakers had talked, there's a network of family and friends out there. There's also thousands of UW-Platteville alumni out there that are now your network. And I encourage you to tap into them as you're seeking opportunities for jobs, hobbies, travel, or maybe you just need to learn your way around whatever city you're going to be living in next month. There's a lot of ways to become and to serve, and you can join your college alumni chapter, or you can just come back to campus for events, homecoming, career fairs, or events that are in your own areas. And if you ever have ideas for those, the alumni office is always looking for new events that they can host across the country. Most importantly, I want you to know that as you leave here today, you're a member of a renowned group capable of achieving whatever you do set your sights on. At this time, I'd like to recognize the graduates that have been selected to receive an honorary lifetime membership into the Alumni Association. The UW-Platteville Alumni Association annually recognizes outstanding graduates with the Lifetime Pioneer Award by awarding them life membership in the Alumni Association, a $400 value. The award is based on a variety of criteria, including campus activities, leadership, community involvement, professional development and employment, academic excellence, and probability of future involvement with the Alumni Association. For this semester, we have selected 6 individuals, 3 of which are graduating this afternoon. Please rise as I call your name and we'll honor you together. David Breeze, a criminal justice major from Eagle, Wisconsin. Sam Eyring, a software engineering major from Brookfield, Wisconsin. And Thomas Thiering, a civil engineering graduate from Waunakee, Wisconsin. Please join me in congratulating these 3 lifetime pioneers. To them and all of the graduates, as you start the next chapter in your life, take pride in the degree you'll receive today. We are proud to call you UW-Platteville alumni. Thank you.
We're extremely proud of all of our graduates and will shortly recognize each one of them. However, I would like to give special recognition to the groups who have distinguished themselves throughout their academic careers. The undergraduate students graduating with academic honors are designated with asterisks in the commencement program and are wearing gold honor stoles. Will those individuals who have achieved highest honors and are graduating summa cum laude please rise and remain standing? These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.75 and a perfect 4.0. Now, with those students who have achieved honors and are graduating magna cum laude, please rise and remain standing. These students have earned cumulative grade point averages between 3.5 and 3.74. Please join me in acknowledging the accomplishments of this very special group of graduates. Now, will all of the individuals who are about to receive bachelor's degrees please stand? Chancellor, as Provost, I certify that the candidates standing before you have completed the curricula prescribed by the university faculty for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science and are entitled to receive their degrees from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. I therefore recommend that these candidates be granted the appropriate diploma for the curricula completed.
Upon this certification by the Provost and Vice Chancellor that you have completed the requirements established by the university faculty for the various degrees, and with the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin System, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of which you have earned, together with all the rights and privileges thereto. Congratulations. Please be seated. As we begin awarding the degrees, I ask that everyone show respect for the graduates and to those seated near you. We all know this is an exciting time, and we expect some celebration. However, we ask that the celebration be respectful. All are anxious to hear the name of their special graduate. So please refrain from using artificial noisemakers, as these can be so loud that others cannot hear the name of their loved one. Will the deans now present the degree recipient?
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science please stand? Chancellor, as Dean of the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science, and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science from the College of Engineering, Mathematics, and Science. Will the recipients please come forward?
Stephanie Amanda Hammer. William Joseph Abernathy. Charles Eric Anderson. David Eric Anderson. Eric Richard Anderson. Joseph Jerome Baggett. John Patrick Balser. George Richard Bandel. Adam Lawrence Bannock. Gregory Scott Bardozzi. Travis Michael Bartz. Ben D. Barrent. Ryan Paul Bisick. Dustin G. Bittner. Daniel Curtis Borgen. Brian Thomas Borowski. Justin Todd Bowers. Aaron James Breitenfeld. Tracy L. Brunig. Andrew J. Buzikowski. Jared Theodore Bushkoff. Lucas James Kane. Nicholas Paul Campbell. Michelle Lynn Carr. Andrew Paul Casper. Eric Peter Christensen. Kyle Adam Christensen. Nicholas Confer. Tanner Joseph Connors. Kenneth Dale Craig. Megan Jessie Dahlman. Michael J. Denny. Chad Michael Dirks. Matthew Timothy Diestler. Brittany Danielle Ducharme. Ryan Scott Ernesi. Samuel Philip Eyring. Richard T. Erdahl. Joshua Joseph Foner. Nicholas David Frauchi. James Jeffrey Friedenberger. Robert Travis Fusak. Taylor Gallus. Amanda Marie Geddes. Sarah Beth Gengler. Daniel Joseph Gerling. Jeremy John Gill. Raymond T. Goes. Lee Allen Gorley. Michael Vincent Hannigan. Connor A. Harris. Casey John Hauer. Brandon James Haupt. Benjamin John Heidemann. Daniel John Henning. Ian Robert Hess. Suzanne Elise Hildebrandt. David Frederick Hoadley. Matthew Daniel Hoadley. Aaron Kenneth Hoff. Justin K. Ronick. Alexander Charles Hummel. John Immel. Janae Lynn Jacobs. Thomas A. Jacobs. Kelsey Ann Jacobson. Adam Michael Jans. David Matthew Johnson. Seth Salo Johnson. Brian Robert Kadulski. Jake William Kallenbach. Joseph M. Carls. Eric W. Kenseth. Stephen James Cattell. Luke Edward Korzaneski. Carl M. Krieger. Paul Robert Crum. Ling Lai Lee. John Russell Lightbody. Kayla Ann Lilge. Lyndon Scott Luckeson. Meng Ma Lee. Jacob Snakes Mattis. Kurt Michael Mann Jr. Byron Nathan Monternock. Sean Patrick McGuire. Justin David Melcher. Quentin Edward Moeller. Eric Brandon Nickel. Brittany Marie Nielsen. Brian Matthew Nigaman. Jessica Giovanna Nizzi. Lucas Andrew Ortega. Nicholas John Ossie. Eric John Page. Wyatt Raymond Parsons. Matthew D. Paulus. Daniel Elmer Peterson. Zachary L. Peterson. Kelvin D. Pettis. Alicia Marie Pleotis. Fred Henry Prather IV. Brian N. Price. Derek Andrew Putz. Robert John Quillen. Mark D. Reichart. Peter Daniel Rogers. Rindy Ann Rodkey. Adam Rossmiller. Dana Renee Rozmensky. Ben Michael Sabel. Cody John Sand. Kevin Matthew Sachs. Joseph Duncan Shack. Brandon Edward Shart. Trevor John Schrader. Joseph Patrick Schrepfer. Todd Arthur Shue. Nicholas Angelo Sieben. Amanda Louise Seichter. Amanda Jean Sully. Kevin James Suston. Troy Jonathan Shannon. Jeffrey J. Shea. Anthony Mark Smiddle. Jesse Lynn Steenbergen. Alan Nicholas Salzer. Angela Ellen Teeters. Thomas Jeffrey Thering. Brent Jameson Torres. Kevin Michael Trimble. Ryan James Eitenbrook. Jared M. Van Susteren. John Christopher Vandegrift. Kyle Edward Verks. William George Walczek. Lucas James Wallace. Brandon M. Walu. Aaron John Whalen. Keith Wickman. Austin J. Wilkie. Stephen Samuel Wilson. Paul A. Wojcinski. Peter Reed Weikice. Nia Yang. Shua Travis Yang. Corey John Zuberbier.
Congratulations to the new graduates. We wish you well and invite you back often. Please be seated.
Will the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education please stand? Chancellor, as Assistant Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Education and representing the college faculty, I present to you the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science from the College of Liberal Arts and Education. Will the recipients please come forward?
Morgan McNeil Spitzer. Tracy Ann Davis. Jody Lynn Addison. Alexander Robert Albright. Amanda Rose Ames. Matthew John Anderson. Aaron Paul Athos. Nicole Michelle Bailey. Sarah E. Becker. Bridget Joy Beinborn. Catherine Clarice Ann Berglund. Tracy Ann Bloomfield. Jacob Paul Bloom. Jared Lee Burst. Kelly Joe Bratkowski. David James Brees. Anton Tees Breinig. Courtney Makita Brooks. Jenna Lynn Burns. Shannon Adam Kane. Carissa Renee Camacho. Ashley Lynn Carlson. Catherine Ann Kaywood. Benjamin Wayne Champeau. Brittany Renee Clark. Travis Carson Cliff. Samantha Sean Cole. Jennifer Mary Colmer. Benjamin M. Conway. Joseph Arlie Cox. Joanna Dawn Cup. Daniel Earl Curtis. Jill Marie Dable. Livia Ray Dental. Jasmine V. DeLeo. Ashley Ann Davis. Opal Lakeisha Dennis. Colina J. Digman. Garrett A. Doré. Amanda K. Ernst. Leah Nicole Ferretti. Daniel Robert Fisher. Lindsay Ann Folgate. Caitlin D. Folman. Whitney Nicole Foltz. Eric John Franson. Matthew Mark Freiseth. Jeffrey Michael Gale. Kristen Lee Golly. Christopher Scott Garland. Carrie Lynn Gevlinger. Corrine Marie Gedeke. Kelsey Lee Goke. Bradley D. Goska. Sarah Marie Granger. Evelyn Mary Gray. Rebecca Lois Green. Sarah Marie Hall. Alexander Joel Hammond. Ronnie Marie Hanschke. Jacqueline Denise Hansen. Sally Tresanne Harris. Elizabeth Carly Hyber. Amanda Lee Hinsman. Adrian Ray Hitt. Richard James Hogan. Ren Allen Holderman. Tyler J. Holly. Allison Rose Hudak. Christine Ann Huffaker. Ryan Larry Hutchinson. Ambrose James Ingram. Michael Brian Jamerson. Matthew Thomas Janis. Carrie Lynn Johnson. Christine Elda Johnson. Rachel Elizabeth Johnson. Austin Lou Jones. Chelsea Marie Karstad. Rebecca D. Kempfert. Janessa Ann Kirsten. James William Kirsten. Paul Andrew Kirsten. Andrew Anthony Nucky. Amy Elizabeth Koch. Aaron Christopher Quicary. Timothy Charles Krieger. Hannah Rose Creer. Sydney James Kronkow. Andrea Michelle Lancaster. Joan Elizabeth LaRosa. Allison Faye Leahy. Pamela Sue Lease. Jordan Johnson Lee. Stephanie Lynn Lestico. Carrie Lapine. Kathleen Sophia Matson. Michael Philip Mawini. Jonathan Michael McCauley. Angel Ann McLaren. Elizabeth Ann McCool. Matthew W. McKinley. Erin Nicole McLaughlin. Holly Michelle McLellan. Marley K. Madeline McEwen. Matthew John Menard. Kelly Ann Mergen. John Francis Messman. Kayla Diane Mers. Stacy Lynn Middendorf. Rachel Anna Miller. Jody Marie Moen. Maria Ann Mopaw. Kristen May Montgomery. Lucas Darwin Morehart. Stacia Danielle Nemitz. Divine Odera Ifeanwa Inwiba Nzegwu. Elizabeth Rose Austin. Emily Sue O'Brien. Karen Kimberly O'Brien. Christopher Henry Ontiveros. Kevin J. Opkenorth. Jamie Lynn Orzek. Julie Ann Otto. Morgan Overby. Elizabeth Ann Peterman. Rachel Ann Peterson. Sean Michael Phillips. Christopher R. Plant. Jason John Prangy. Kelly Gail Pulick. Sarah Jean Quella. Nicole Marie Rasmussen. Maria Kim Recker. Ashley Rose Ribbich. Travis James Rice. Jessica Sue Rundy. Fatloom Rushidi. Jennifer Elizabeth Salisbury. Erin Lee Sharbarth. Drusilla Joan Schneider. Sean Ryan Scholl. Amanda Roxanne Schreiner. Bridget Jean Schutz-Ducklow. Jeffrey James Schwantes. Andrew James Seekard. Jared Adam Sigmund. Tiffany Lynn Skinner. Jennifer Ann Smith. Michael R. Spenley. Whitney C. Stevenson. Rachel Sue Stoppel. Charity Faith Stontmeister. Lucas Pater Swalheim. Natalie Simone Talbot. Shakari Taborn. Molly Ellen Taylor. Brooke Elizabeth Temperley. Amanda Jean Terrell. Megan E. Tews. Michael David Filkey. Wade Garrett Torgeson. Rebecca Ann Truwartha. Benjamin Peter Trilling. Stephen William Tucholsky. Stephanie Christine Tuffley. Robert William Vandevoorde. Porcia Vang. Mallory Anna Verbrugge. Brenda June Vesperman. Justin Paul Vetch. Brendan William Vierling. Sean M. Foss. Elizabeth A. Volz. Kristen Diane Walters. Narissa Florida Watson. Megan Rose Wand. Andy Eric Wegener. Teresa Ann Wienen. Kimberly K. Williams. Allison Marie Winetsky. Jonathan Guy Winters. Christopher Anthony Whittick. Erin Elizabeth Wolf. Adam J. Robluski. Joseph M. Zmek.
On behalf of the College of Liberal Arts and Education, congratulations and best wishes to all of you. You may be seated.
This ceremony would not have been possible without the time and effort so generously given by a number of groups and individuals. The members of the Commencement Committee are listed in your program. Dale Bernhardt, or Bernie, Director of Student Support Services, served as our Commencement Marshal. The names of the graduates were read by David Kiekefer, Registrar. The student ambassadors distributed programs and organized seating for the audience members. Our facilities staff, as well as the technical services and media services staff, have attended to many details. Aaron Athos led the singing. The Symphonic Wind Ensemble, under the direction of Barry Ellis, deserves our appreciation for the music accompanying today's ceremony. Will the committee members, Mr. Athos, Mr. Bernhardt, Mr. Kiekefer, the members of Symphonic Wind Ensemble, the media technology and technical services staff, our facilities staff, and the student ambassadors please stand to be recognized. As we say farewell to our graduates, I want to give them the opportunity to recognize those who have guided them through college life with gentle prodding and friendly assistance. Will the faculty and staff of this university and administrators please rise to be recognized by the graduates? Today, we especially recognize the dedication and exemplary service of our colleagues who have retired from their teaching or administrative duties prior to the beginning of the fall 2010 term. These individuals together have served this university and its students for over 228 years. Will each of you who is present please rise and remain standing as I read your name? Dale Bernie Bernhardt, Dr. Elizabeth Dewar, Mr. Mohan Gill, Ms. Kate Kelly, Dr. Thomas LeJudas, Dr. David Marquis, Dr. Richard Schultz, Ms. Elizabeth Tucker, and Mr. Jerome Wilson. Thank you for sharing your time and talents with this university. The last group I would like to recognize are very special people. Like the faculty, staff, and administrators of our campus, these individuals have been the teachers, counselors, and mentors. However, instead of working with these students for 4 or 5 years, these people have spent a lifetime with the graduates. They've helped the graduates study, have helped them financially, and have hoped and prayed for their success. These people have always been in the background, guiding the graduates. And today, too, these people are in the shadows of the graduates. But they don't mind, because today they are the very special and very proud parents, spouses, and families of the graduates. Would all the parents, grandparents, husbands, wives, children, and grandchildren of the graduates please stand to be recognized. Please turn to page 45 of your commencement program as we join Aaron Athos in singing our alma mater. Please rise, and we would ask the gentlemen to remove their hats.
Alma mater grand and glorious, we shall ever be victorious. Lord, are we to you, dear Platteville, pioneers e'er will be. We shall win her honor, prayers be ever on her. Onward, upward to the fore, none shall falter evermore. Alma mater grand and glorious, wrought by loyalty.
Please be seated. The commencement ceremony has been videotaped and will be televised tonight at 6 p.m. on Campus TV 5. The ceremony will also be available on the UWP website. Look for a link off of our homepage. Please remain seated until the faculty have left the gymnasium. The graduates will remain in the gymnasium to greet parents, relatives, and friends. Now, before we conclude, I do have a few final remarks for the graduates. And I know that you've heard these remarks before because they were actually written by a very famous author, Dr. Seuss, in his book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. Congratulations, graduates. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the person who will decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets and look them over with care, and about some you will say, I don't choose to go there. But with your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down a not so good street. And you may not find any that you want to go down, and in that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener there in the wide open air. But out there things can happen, and they frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along, because you'll start happening too. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers and soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang, and you'll be soon taking the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you'll be the top of the rest. Except when you don't. Because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on and leave you in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're really not much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. But somehow you'll escape all of that slumping and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored and games to be won. And the magical things you can do with a ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame. You'll be famous as famous can be, and the whole wide world watching you on TV. Except when they don't. Because sometimes they won't. And I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you're playing against you. But on and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot from your left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. You'll move mountains. You'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley, Van Allen O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day, and your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. Congratulations from all of us at UW-Platteville.